Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. Uh, how's everybody doing? Um, Today has been somewhat of a productive day. Been trying to get the house cleaned up. Thinking about getting some of my fall decorations out. Yeah, Kim, my 7 days of Halloween is over. I just haven't changed my intro yet, so we might do some Halloween stuff today. 7 Days of Halloween is just a series. Um, and it just means I'm going to do 7 straight days of Halloween. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm done doing my Halloween. And my lives aren't necessarily part of my 7 days of Halloween. I just haven't changed my intro yet, so we get to get some creepy music. I didn't do a lot of preparation for today's live. I know, like I said, I need to fix my intro. But, you know, whatever. So I thought, I'm not sure if I'm going to create a card today, but I do want to do some crafting and I want to share with you some of my new vintage items that I actually got from England. So I got a really, like a lot of old bus tickets and some things that I wanted to add to my shop. And I thought we would craft with them a little bit to share with you what I do with some of my vintage items. Plus, they're pretty cool, so I thought I would share that a little bit. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. What do you think? All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's transition. You guys always get to see my messy desk. So let me go ahead and clean this up a bit before we get started. All right, so let's bring this down. Let me get that bright light. Okay, so before we get started, I just wanted to share with you some of my new items that I got from London. And you guys may or may not be familiar with these, but they're old. Let's do something about that glare. Let's just put something right there. They're old bus tickets, and these were inspired. I should say the stamp set that I'm going to share with you here from Tim Holtz. These are what these tickets were inspired by. So you guys might be familiar with this ticket booth stamp set from Stampers Anonymous, and some of these stamps here are what these tickets inspired, if that makes sense. So yeah, so these are authentic vintage bus tickets, and as you can see, I got a whole box full. So they are in the shop, but I just wanted to share with you what the original vintage tickets look like, because they're pretty cool. So the tickets, you know, have front and back, and the paper is textured, I guess. I don't really know what to call it. It's definitely not cardstock, but there's all different types of designs here, and a lot of people craft with these. They use them for junk journals, and let's see the inspiration. They use them for junk journals, and they use them for just a whole lot of different things. So I thought, it says Gamester Play Ball. That's the back. So these tickets had advertising on the back, and even in the UK they do advertising. So yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of these in the shop that are available for purchase. So I wanted to share these with you, and they're great. They're really fun. So like I said, I buy big lots of things like this when I find them. So I do a little bit of an investment, and then I add them to my shop and I break them down because you guys don't need 2,000 of these tickets, right? But apparently I did, because that's about how many I got. I got about 2,000 of them. So yeah, so these are new in the shop, and I just wanted to share that with you because the stamp set was inspired by tickets like these, so it's pretty fun. And then I also got these blank ticket rolls. So these are just blank. Again, I got these from London, and I got six. I got five of these, six of these. I got six of these. Yeah. So they have printing on them. So Turner and Son Ltd. with a telephone number, and then these are authentic tickets that are used. And again, kind of the same paper texture that these are, but these don't have any printing on them. So I picked these up as well. And these also are available in strips in the shop. So these are what I wanted to play with today. I wanted to share with you what you can do with things like this. And I'll put them sideways so we can admire them. And that's what we're going to play with. So this is what I've been working on. And let me see if I can bring this down a little bit more. So these aren't very thick. I don't know, they're about, what are these? These are about an inch thick. So when I got these and started playing with them, I just wanted to say, okay, well, what can you do with these, right? And my first thought, of course, was to make tickets. So I got out my ticket booth and I started stamping on these. But the stamps were actually a little bit too big for this. So I thought, well, what do I have that's smaller? And of course, the first thing that came to my mind were my Remenant Rubs. So that's what I've been working on. And that's what I thought we would work on today, is just to create some strips. And I have a whole box full of these Remenant Rubs. And as you can see, they're small words and sentiments and images. So I think that they'll be great for the tickets. So what do you guys think? Does that sound like a plan? And then I have this tonic perforator. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but you can roll them and then use them to tear your tickets apart. And then you can use them for crafting and whatnot. But I'm just going to make long strips, and then I'm going to keep them on the roll. So that's my plan. But I wanted to show you what you can do. So like I said, these blank ones are available in the shop. And then I'm also going to make some reels, and then I think I'll probably do some perforations so you guys can tear them off if you want to. But that's what I thought we would do. What do you guys think? All right, so I got out, like I said, my Remenant Rubs, and then I got out some stamp sets that I thought might work for these. So I got out this Field Notes stamp set. It's got some smaller stamps, and then I also got out this eccentric stamp set, which again has some smaller stamps. So we'll see what we can get going with these. All right, so I was playing with this one here, as you can see, but let's go ahead and grab a different one here, just to play. Put those right there. Keep this for inspiration, I guess. I guess we can continue with this one, couldn't we? All right. Well, let's see. Some of them are kind of grungy too. They are, again, these are authentic vintage. So they do sometimes come a little grungy, which I think adds to the character of it. So I don't mind the grunginess. But let's go ahead and See what we can do. All right. So, and they even have the advertisement on the back. Look at that. So, yeah, you can just make your own kits. All right. So let's just jump right in, you guys. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some of my Remenant Rubs. I think I might make some Halloween themed. And again, I'm going to keep it on the roll here, um, just so I can sell them in strips or, keep them all together. So that's what I think I'm going to do. And then I need my scissors. Let me grab my scissors. Am I selling my blank rolls? Not the entire roll, Elizabeth. I'm selling strips of the roll, because you guys wouldn't be able to afford the whole. I shouldn't say that, but I'm not willing to give up my entire rolls. So yeah, I'm selling strips of the roll. I probably should have given you links, but if you check out the shop, I think I've already got them in there. But yeah, strips, not the entire rolls. Okay. Because they're too valuable and too precious to me. All right, so let's figure this out here. All right. And most people probably will opt to buy the blank strips so they can create their own, but I just wanted to do a video. I know a lot of people ask me, what do you do with your vintage product? Well, I'm going to show you what I do with it. So, all right, so let's just figure this out. So this is going to be more Halloweeny, and I have this tool here that is great for my Remenant Rubs. Yeah, the rolls, I'm going to tell you, they're not cheap. Again, not only are you paying for the fact that it's vintage, you're paying for it to be shipped all the way from England. And remember, our dollar isn't as strong as their pound, so when you pay $1, you're actually, when they list it for a pound is like $1 something. So when I do buy product from London, England, I buy a box full to make it worth the shipping. So it's a little bit of an initial investment, but I guess that's what shop owners do, right? They buy in bulk. So, and then they break it down. So that's what I do as well. I just happen to do it with vintage items. And this stuff isn't necessarily easy to find. Like I said, I try to buy in bulk. So some people in England are selling one roll, but I want to make the shipping worthwhile. So, when I buy, like I said, I'm looking to spend several hundreds of dollars as an investment. So, yeah. But then I can offer it to you guys in smaller quantities. All right. So, and then some of these Remenant Rubs are just so old. I've had them for a while. When I use them, I don't necessarily I don't necessarily use the entire strip of my remnant rub. So I thought this would be a good way to use up some of the extras. And then you can add them to your, junk journals. You can add them to your cards. All sorts of things you can do. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, like I said, these Remenant Rubs are, some of them are getting pretty old, so I got to use them. Alright. So, did you guys see Tim Holtz already put out his ideology for Christmas? Yeah, I saw it. And you guys know ideology is my favorite, of course, of Tim Holtz line. And then next comes the stamps. And then those typically are my favorite because during the, I guess I should leave the camera. During the holidays, I always buy the ideology. That's something I always do. And then I'll get, a stamp or two, but I don't know if you guys noticed, I did not buy any of the Halloween stamps. I said I was gonna, but I didn't. And, there was a couple of times that I went to buy that mummy stamp, but then I found that digital of that mummy. So I just decided, maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait and see what's coming out for Christmas. Because for my purchases, I have a lot of Halloween stamps. There are a lot of stamps that will work for Halloween. So to be able to do my series was, pretty easy to choose from my arsenal of supplies. And that's one thing I'm trying to do, is to use what I have. Alright, so just again working with my Remenant Rubs here. And then I'm just going to fill in pieces as I go along. So let's see. And I know these tend to be more of, not necessarily tutorials, you guys, so this is just a hangout session rather than a teaching session. Just wanted to play with my new product. Alright, so how was everybody's weekend? Did anybody do anything exciting? It was a very uneventful weekend for us. Not a lot going on, which is kind of the way I like it. Sometimes it's nice to have a quiet weekend, right? Alright, gosh, some of these Remenant Rubs are so old. You kind of moved. I thought you moved already, Pam. I thought that already happened. So smalls or ephemera pieces are great to make ahead of time, right? When you know you want to do some crafting, but you don't necessarily have anything planned. Because you can just kind of sit down and create. So Elizabeth did lots of crafting, busy in the craft room. Yeah, I didn't do too much creating, truth be told. I had some big orders I had to fill, so I was busy filling orders. I've been adding a lot of my vintage items to the shop, and they've been doing well. But, then I have to, and I'm not real organized with my inventory, so when I sell some of my vintage items. I've got to find it, remember where I put it. I got to find it, package it up, ship it out. It's a whole process. But not only do I have, you know, the digitals in the shop now, like I said, I've been adding some of my vintage items. So yeah. All right. See, yeah, that's the problem with some of these older Remenant Rubs is they don't want to stick very well. You gotta kind of help it along. You gotta help start it. And I've been terrible about watching Craft Roulette as well. We've been busy on our Friday nights. And I better get back into it because I'm going to be on her show in a few weeks. So I'm going to need to kind of start thinking about that. There it goes. All right. So yeah, I was going to do Craft Roulette prompts today, and then I had forgotten that I just got these and I wanted to play with them. So that's what I ended up deciding to do. And since it's my YouTube channel, I guess I get to do whatever I want to do, right? All right. So let's see. Put that bat right there. What else do I get here? I got Shake Well. God, these are so small. But these are great smalls for these tickets because they work perfectly. Got that bat there. We'll do a, let's see. And this, I mean, look how tiny that is. Figure 133. That's really small. All right, so let's see. So let's see, I just finished up the craft fair video. I think Biddy did that, right? Who I saw Biddy Penny on her channel had the craft fair video, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I was trying to multitask, Janine. So yeah, so was that craft fair video, was she actually selling items on the live? Is that what she was doing? Right, so as you can see, it's kind of coming along, right? And this could be like your own washi tape. It could be additions to your cards. You come at them in junk journals. And this, like I said, I'm just creating a strip here. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's more towards Halloween. Just trying to use up some of my Remenant Rubs. And these Remenant Rubs work great when you first get them, but if you've had them for a long time, you gotta kind of help them out. Let's see. But I don't want them to go to waste, so I've gotta use them. busy, huh? Maybe put that right there. So the Remenant Rubs, I didn't buy any of the Halloween ones that came out. They were mostly, they would work like on the tombstones, and they were good labeling, but not a lot of images, the ones that I like. So I didn't buy the Halloween Remenant Rubs that came out this year, but I did see the Christmas ones from Tim Holtz, and I think I'll probably pick up those. Even though I probably don't need any more Remenant Rubs, I like to get the new ones, so I probably will. All right, so let's see. Let's add specimen. And I like the Remenant Rubs because they're small. And they are good fillers. And good to fill space on your cards and whatnot. All right, so all right, so see, that's kind of what I do with these. So these will just be, and I can cut them off if I wanted to. So if I wanted to just use part of it, and I'm going to leave it on the roll. So if I want to use part of it, I'll just cut part of it off with my tonic rotary cutter, I guess is what it's called. Yeah. All right. Alice in Wonderland cards. Were those handmade cards, Janine? Yeah, Jim, that would be a good belly band. You're right. And that's why I thought about keeping it on the actual strip, because like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. I might, break them up and use pieces of them, or a belly band. That's a good idea as well. It's actually not a bad idea for one of your journals. Create a belly band to go around a journal. That would be good. It's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, I didn't do this back here. What is the actual roll? The actual roll, Dawn, are old. They're ticket rolls. So this is what would be in the machine, and as you purchased your ticket, it would print out, where you're going. So these ticket rolls are from England, and they would go on the machine, and as you purchased your ticket, it would punch it out and go through the machine. So yeah, they're vintage ticket rolls, and these have advertisements on the back, and this one does as well. This has advertisement on the back. But yeah, so I picked these up, like I said, from someone in England, and I bought all 6 rolls, and I also got these tickets. They're bus tickets, yeah. Well, I should say these are bus tickets. Let's see, this is London Transport, so I know these are bus tickets because I see it right on it. It says London Transport buses. So these particular ones are bus tickets. I don't know, because these aren't printed yet. I don't know if they would be in train stations or bus stations. I'm not really sure because, of course, they're not printed yet. I mean, I guess maybe they could be used for any type of tickets, right? I guess so. Yeah. All right. So let me finish up using some of these, and then we'll go on to some stamping maybe. All right. Poison. They're not perforated, nope. So because again, these are the ones that would be in the machine. So as you purchase your ticket, you know, they'd come out of the machine and then it would cut it as you purchased your tickets. So these are the actual rolls that would go into the machine, and then as you bought your ticket, you know, it would come out of the machine and it would cut it for you. So I use my tonic rotary to be able to cut my tickets. So what I'll do is I'll create rolls, and then as I want to use them, then I'll just use this and I'll just roll it, and then it will have, you know, that perforated part. And that was the idea behind, you know, behind this ticket booth, the stamp set, because Tim came out with the stamp tickets, and then he also came out with the dies, right? So you would get the ticket that would look like an actual ticket because you would have the actual die cut around it. Yeah, thin like register tape, but definitely not register tape. It's got like a craft texture. So these two here have more of a craft texture. Definitely not that smooth like register tape, not at all. I mean, even these white ones are definitely not smooth like register tape. So hopefully that makes sense. And I don't think you could really, I mean, registered tape tends to smear a little bit when you stamp on it. I do have some registered tape. Believe me, if it's vintage, I've tried it. But it doesn't stamp as well because it's kind of slick a little bit. It's silky, I guess. All right, and then I thought I would use this. I shared this with you before. This is a vintage stamp that I got, and I put it on October 31st. So we're going to try to actually stamp some date stamps on this as well. All right, so let's see. I've got a few more of my Halloween. Yeah, when you would trace your patterns with, I know what you're talking about, a rotary tracer, because I used to have one as well when I used to sew. But yeah, this is a smaller one though. It gives you more of a square. I don't know. It looks more like a ticket. Snippet rolls. Yeah, this is kind of a snippet roll, I guess, right? Kinda. So put a number there on that one. And then maybe I'll just do the shake well. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely does make a nice snippet roll. And like I said, I'm going to keep it on my roll and then I'll use them as I want. And then, of course, as I sell some of them, I'll just cut off the part that I've created with. All right, let's see. All right, so all right, so that's one of my ideas for these tickets. And then if you wanted to, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna do it with this one. Let's go with another one. Let's see, let's go with the blue. So the blue one here is a little bit more, you can kind of see where the ticket cuts off, right? So let's see what we can do here. So this is a fun tool. It took a long time for me to find it because every place I would look for it, it was out of stock. So it took me, you know, sometimes there's certain items I shared with you that that Biggs die that looked like a Viewmaster reel. I made some of those pockets. I looked forever for that, and then this tool I looked forever. Some of the items are so popular, it's so hard to find them. All right, so this is Henderson Travel. So let's see. Ticket, please. Yeah. So I think I have. See, this says ticket. This is a fun set. I like this set. I like the stamp sets that have all these little labels. Those are my favorites. I think I'm gonna try to find some blue ink. Polar Express. Oh, those would be fun to create. Polar Express vintage tickets. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I think that might match the ink. What do you think? Having trouble with my chair. Okay. Okay, so I've got this. So some of the stamps are small enough that you can stamp right on them. So this one here, I just want to try to be as even as I can. So let's see, do I have washi tape? So now that my 7 days of Halloween is over, I've got to decide what I'm going to do for my Christmas crafting. I know a lot of people do 12 days of Christmas, but I don't know if I can commit to that. That's a lot of videos. A lot of videos. So I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do. Let's see. I was down low enough. Oh, I wasn't quite low enough. That's okay, but that matches pretty good, I think. It's a good color. So I need to be a little bit lower. Let's see. Maybe a number. You know, I'm gonna do some fall-ish cards, Jim. I might sneak in some Thanksgiving. A lot of people don't make Thanksgiving cards, so they're not as popular. But I'm going to do some fall videos, a couple at least. So maybe we'll stick in a Thanksgiving one. I've got these really great vintage turkeys that are a lot of fun to use. So maybe I'll do something with those. So yeah, so you can stamp too. This came out pretty cool. I think that ink matches perfectly, doesn't it? Look at that. I need to make my ticket a little bit lower though. So let's try that again. All right, so let's see. I might keep this on the reel. Let's see if we can try to figure this out. It's better to work on a flat surface, of course. Yeah, this was a pretty good match. All right, so let's see if we can do a few of these. All right, so the ticket needs to go a little bit lower, right? A little bit lower. So would anybody like some of these tickets I'm playing with? Maybe I'll send a few out. I don't know. We'll see. I need to have another smaller one so I don't have to keep switching these. Oh, I guess I know what I can share with you. It's rainy and cool. I napped all afternoon, made hot pockets for dinner. That sounds really good. I know what I can share with you. So I think I don't know if you guys saw my ranting video where I was kind of talking to you about I don't know what I'm going to do next year, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I figured out what I'm going to do. So I had a really great time. I really enjoyed my 7 days of Halloween. It was a lot of work because I don't always have a lot of time to craft, and that's what I miss. Is I miss the crafting part. I miss just being able to create. So what I'm going to do next year, and I'm still working on it, but I'll give you guys the info early. I haven't really even announced it yet. Is so on my website, I've had that membership Backstage Pass, and I think I'm going to do away with that because I always felt pressure to keep churning out digital kits, you know, so there would be always fresh kits. And I think I'm going to not do that next year. So when the subscriptions run out for the Backstage Pass holders, I think I'm not going to renew them. So instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create, have you guys heard of Patreon? I know you guys know Patreon, right? I think I'm going to do like a Patreon. So I'm going to have two levels. One of them is going to be, and I'm still working out the logistics, but one of them is going to be, what did I call it? Like just a friend support. I can't even remember what I called it. and that's going to be like $3 a month. And then the other one's going to be crafty support, and that's going to be $5 a month. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus more on creating. So I'm going to do exclusive classes, exclusive videos, exclusive lives. For the ones that are on the crafty subscription, you're going to get a kit every month. It might not be a brand new one, but it'll be one that we're going to create with. And you can either get it in digital form, or if you need me to mail it to you, I can do that as well. And then we're going to have exclusive crafting time. So that's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm still working on the logistics of it. How will it be different from what you're currently doing? Because it's going to be more exclusive, Kim. Right now I don't do a lot of videos, as you can see. I'm going to do more, I'm going to be more creative as far as what I teach. So it's going to be more than I'm doing now. Right now, like I said, I'm lucky if I do a live a week, because I'm busy doing digital kits. And I have enough kits in my shop now that they can kind of support itself. So now I'm going to focus on being a creative. Yeah, Suzanne, the Backstage Pass is too much pressure for me to continue to create kits. So I'm going to break it down. So when I do have a new kit that I create, whoever's on my monthly Patreon will get the new kit. You're just not going to have access to everything anymore. And I think the Backstage Pass, really, it wasn't as popular, even though you get a lot out of it, Suzanne, and I know that you take advantage of the membership. And when I say you take advantage of it, you use it. But, a lot of people don't want to necessarily do the commitment of paying up front so much, even though you get access to all of my digitals. I need a smaller stamp. So I think it's going to go away, so that way I don't feel so much pressure to continue to create something new every month. And when I do create something new, I can offer it up, but I don't have the pressure of creating something new. So I think that's where I'm going with it. And it's a little less expensive, it's a monthly thing. So when I roll it out, I'll do a video on it and a introduction, but I'm just giving you guys the information up front. I'm sharing with you early because I'm still working out the logistics of it. Let's see. But yeah, that's what I've been thinking of. So I want to focus more on creating physical items. And still use digitals. But I really enjoy the crafty process. So I'm going to just kind of chill out a little bit, and see how it goes. Alright. Maybe I should spread these out a little bit. So, let's see. And then also on the Patreon, you're going to get a birthday card from me every month. I'm going to do just random cards being sent out to people that are on my Patreon. So it's going to kind of pay for itself. I mean, a lot of the freebies that I do, you'll just have to be a member of my channel to help me pay for some of the postage and whatnot. So, but I'm still going to do my I'm still going to do my Sunday afternoon crafting, but for my Patreon, for my subscription, you guys are going to get more focused. Like, I'm not going to just jump on and say, I don't know what we're doing today. I'm going to have more structure, and it will be, you know, we can hang out on Sundays, but for my subscriptions, I'm going to do a little bit more of teaching. Like I said, it'll be class structured for free if you're part of my group, and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I really like this bluing. Doesn't that ink match perfectly with these? I love it. All right, so let me see what else I can add here. Oh, goodness, goodness. Oh, I like the stars. Claim check, handle with care. Yeah, these smaller stamps are great. So that's what I'm thinking about. All right. Oh, that's kind of cool, huh? I didn't leave a lot of room to cut here, but I left some room to cut here. It's kind of neat. But yeah, and then that's the back. Yeah, thanks, Kim. You know, I don't want to feel my husband said this. Don't be a slave to your shop. And sometimes I feel that way. I feel like I have to produce new things, and you know, I work full time too. And when I did the 7 Days of Halloween series, I said I really had a lot of fun doing my videos, and you guys can see I'm kind of creative, right? I'm a little creative. And when I get to sit down and create and make things, it makes me happy. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You got to always try new things, right? So we'll see. So one of the things I've been doing is I have these retro stickers that are in my shop, and I have so many cards that I've made over the years that every time I like sell stickers, I put them in a handmade card. So I've been moving a lot of my handmade cards, like my coffee cards, and it's been really good because I've been able to clear out a lot of my old handmade cards that I've made. So it's been nice. So people are getting surprises when they get their Halloween stickers. They have a handmade card as well. All right, so what do you guys think of these vintage ticket rolls? Pretty cool, huh? So fun, fun, fun. All right. And then here's a Halloween one. Super cool. All right, so the other thing I like to play with, what time is it? We'll go a little bit longer. Like I said, today's just a play day. I'm not really making anything. But I think I've shared this with you before. This is a packing tape that I got at the thrift store. And these are great because, number one, they're it's a little bit thicker than this. So your actual stamps fit on it. So I thought we would make some fake vintage stamps to see how it goes. Let's see. So let's get out the old Misty. And let's see what we can create here. let's see if I can line this up. All right, so, oh, I forgot to use my October 31st. We'll use that. Okay, so what shall we create? Let's create, I don't know, let's create this one. And then I'll run it through my die machine. I'll have to go find the dies. We'll make actual little tickets. Okay, so these are fun. These are always fun to make. I love making little ephemera pieces. Melody, track down those people, find out who hasn't given me a thumbs up. Do a roll call of thumbs up for me. So let's figure this out here. Now what's nice about this is I'm going to cut them out in my die machine. So they don't have to be perfectly lined up, right? But they have to be kind of lined up to make sure I stamp on the actual tape. I can't wait till the fall cool air sticks around. It is warm in my craft room today. All right, so there's that one. Let's see, what else can we do here? Let's move it down a little bit. And I could do different colors too. So that one was black. Got this blue here. Let's try this one. There's blue. And let's see, what else can we do here? I'm going to cut it, I'm going to stamp a few of these and then we're going to cut them with the dies. What else do I got here? That's a big one. What color should we do for that one? Let's see. Maybe an orange for this one. Ooh, uh-oh. Is that gonna work? Let's see. It might be off the edge here. Ooh, that one slid a little bit. Yeah, the packing tape is fun and I like it. Like I said, it's sticky on the back. We're gonna have to redo this one. And I found it. It's old packing tape. But I would guess new packing tape would work too, right? But I got it for like less than $1. So that was nice. Okay, Gloria. Well, thanks for stopping by. All right. That's pretty good. All right, so let's get out my sidekick, and let's cut these babies because I want to show you how fun they look. Brown freezer paper, yeah? Yeah? All right, so let me cover this up. Where's the lid? Get out my sidekick here. I love making tickets. My favorite. All right, so get out my little plates. I think I need a new plate, you guys. Oof. And let's see here. Oh, that's a big one. So that will go with this one here. Let's see if we can figure this out. I don't want this to move. Yeah, the sidekick is a lot of fun to work with. I like it too. Okay, so let's see if we can line this up. I need to maybe tape it down. Whenever I'm filming, I'm trying so hard to stay on camera. Usually I don't have this many issues because I don't have, you know, I don't have to worry about the camera. But when I'm on the camera, I gotta line up things, make sure I'm in camera, and make sure you can see me, all that good stuff. All right, so let me just tape this down so I don't have to fuss with it. Okay. All right, now I think we're ready. And let's see here. I just, the back part didn't get cut very well. Okay, so there we go. So there's the results. And then as you can see, it's got the sticky on the outside and then just a little ticket. But isn't that fun? So it's not authentic vintage, but it's still fun to craft with, right? So So masking tape or packing tape is pretty fun to play with. And then, you know, you can always wet this down and stick it. But I like because it's flexible. You can use this perforation and deter it if you wanted to. Lots of things you can do. All right, so let's do these other ones. Let's see what dye I need to use here for these two. All right, so I think that one goes with that one. I get my little masking tape out so it'll stay in place. Okay, just tape this down. All right. Got to make sure you use washi tape that won't tear your paper. All right, and there's another ticket. So again, this is just packing tape that I'm using. So this bled a lot. Look at that. You can hardly read it. I'm gonna cut it, but I guess you got to be aware of that. Might be alright for like a background maybe, but that ink really bled. Alright. Okay, so there's these. So kind of cool. So yeah, so while these smaller ones are just a little too small to be able to use your dies with them, I mean, I guess maybe you can use the outside. Masking tape is really good for that. Not masking, but packing tape. And then I'll just get some of this walnut stain here. Yeah, just adding a little bit of age to it. And that's it. So that's what we did today, guys. We just made tickets. So here's the tickets that I made using my old ticket rolls, which are again available in the shop. So if you want to get some of these, you would get a strip, and it's in the description, of all 6. So you're going to get a nice variety. And then I've also got my authentic vintage tickets in the shop as well. So yeah, so let's I'll get a card out to somebody and I'll give you guys these tickets to play with. So if you're interested in getting some of these tickets, I'll even give you my my Halloween roll. How's that? Let's see, where can I cut that? We're gonna do a guessing number here. So give me 1 second. Don't start guessing yet. Let me just cut this. All right, so if you are interested in some of these tickets to play with that I created today, let's do a number. My pen, I gotta write down a number. Hold on a sec. Let's do a number between, I don't know. I gotta find a pen, you guys, so I can write down my number. Hold on 1 second. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Can I read that? I guess you can read that. Okay, it's gonna be between 1 and 50. So go. And then I'll get the one who guesses out. I'll get you some of these tickets here. All right, so between 1 and 50. And you can guess here between 1 and 50. And the person that gets it on the dot, I'll be sending you out sending you out all these tickets actually. You're gonna get all these tickets to play with. So let's see. 7, 6. Nope, 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 nope. Elizabeth, you're the only one playing, so you're probably gonna guess. 24. 1 and 50, girlfriend. Nope, 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 nope. Jim's playing along. Cordelia. Jim, not yet. Not yet. Nope. No. Elizabeth, I'm sure you're going to get it because you've got lots of guesses out there. Nope, not 13. Keep going, Elizabeth. I should give these to you just for your effort. 45. Nope. Some of you guys have been close. Nope, nope. No, not afraid. 8, no. No, not 39. Not 8, not 27. No, not 15. Nope, not afraid of color. 31. T. T got it. 31 in honor of Halloween. All right, T. So I know you're gonna appreciate these because you're my sister crafter. You and I craft a lot. So T, I'm sure I have your address. Elizabeth, or T, not afraid of color, guess 31. So she's my winner. So email me your address and I'll get you out some of these tickets. I'll even throw in a couple of these. How's that? And I don't usually give away my vintage stuff. But T, I know you'll appreciate it. So I'll throw in a couple of these for you as well. How's that, girl? All right. Okay, you guys. So that is going to do it for today. By the end of the month, I should have all of my information for my Patreon. It's not through Patreon. I'm going to actually do it through my website because Patreon takes a fee and I want to try to keep it as cheap as possible. So it's more of a way for you guys to just help me support the channel, and support some of my giveaways and support my time and get me able to give you guys more content. So that's gonna do it today. I hope you guys have a great week, and I guess we'll see you next week. And T, make sure send me just a quick email so that way I can just grab your address and get these out to you. All right, you guys. We'll see you later.